Hi everyone, I hope you're okay. Today I am doing a makeup look which has been inspired by some of the shows that I went backstage at London Fashion Week last weekend. I was very excited to be asked to go backstage at 3 shows with one of my favourite brands, Maybelline, and I had literally a really fun 2 days. I went backstage at Felder, Theodore Gorlan and Marcus Luther. I apologise if I've said any of those names wrong, you know what I'm like with my pronunciation. So I wanted to come home and recreate a couple of the looks that I saw when I was away, and I've decided to create this kind of bronze smoky eye effect look that's kind of inspired by 2 of the shows, which is the Felder show and the Marcus Luther show. The Felder had a really grungy kind of wild beauty theme. It was like a bronze smoky eye that looked quite natural in the daytime, but as soon as it was under the lights on the catwalk it was like wow. And then the gold glittery eye that was at the Marcus Luther show was incredible. It was like really gold, lots of sequins, and it just looked amazing. So I wanted to combine the 2 of them together. So this is a finished look. So if you want to kind of hear a bit more about what I kind of used and what I kind of saw Fashion Week, then make sure you keep on watching. Okay, so first of all we're going to start off with foundation, and I'm going to be using a mixture of 2 foundations, which is what I saw the makeup artists doing quite a lot backstage at London Fashion Week. So I'm going to be using a mixture of the Dream Satin Liquid, which looks like this, and then the Dream Velvet. So this is a relatively new foundation to Maybelline's lineup. So this is slightly paler than my skin because I have fake tanned. So what I'm going to do is just kind of warm up my skin with some bronzer. Also a good tip for warming up foundation is using a liquid bronzer, and the Maybelline BB Baby Cream, which you can get in like a bronzing colour, would be really good to match, I think, foundations when you've maybe fake tan. So now that I've done my foundation, I'm going to add a bit of concealer, and this is the Maybelline Cover Stick. I'm just going to use this on the bits where I've got a few marks that kind of need just covering up. The makeup artist said that they just used a little bit of concealer to cover any blemishes that they may have had. Okay, so now it's time to move on to my under eyes, and I'm first of all just going to pop a little bit of this stick concealer just under my eyes to kind of brighten up the area and just kind of cover up some of the dark circles, and then I'm going to go in with a highlighting concealer to just highlight the whole area. I'm going to be using the Dream Lumi Touch, which is this highlighting concealer, and this is the concealer of choice for all of the shows that I went to see at Fashion Week, so it must be pretty good if all of the makeup artists were using it. And I'm just going to pop this underneath my eye to kind of highlight the area. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how my under eyes now look. That's really kind of brightened up the whole area, so it's made a big difference. Next we're going to move on to bronzer before I do a bit of powdering. I'm going to be using the Master Sculpt, which is like this contour palette from Maybelline, and this is what was used backstage at the Felder show. Because the Felder show, the girls had quite a kind of contoured bronze look. So I kind of wanted to incorporate that because I just really loved the look that it gave. So I'm going to take this blush brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to pop this on all the places, first of all, where the sun would kind of naturally hit my face, so like my forehead and like my nose, and then I'm going to take some through the cheeks. I'm not going to do really like harsh contouring. It was more like kind of like a bronzy kind of cheek look, but obviously the element of contouring was there, if that makes sense. So next we're going to move on to cheeks, and what I saw being used a lot as a blusher and highlight in one was the new Baby Lips Balm and Blush, and I'm going to be using the one that was used on the girls at the Felder show, which is the shade Shimmering Bronze. Like, it's a really gorgeous bronzy colour. These have like a light swash of colour. Don't expect them to be super pigmented. They were mainly used, I think, to give the girls a real kind of dewy, fresh glow to the skin. When I first saw them being used, I was like, oh, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But actually seeing them on the girls, it looked really nice, and I've tried it a couple of times myself. and I think this would be absolutely perfect to take on you for holiday. It would be great for using on the beach or at night time. It's a really kind of effortless look that makes you look so kind of glowy and fresh. So I'm going to pop this on my cheeks as a blush and highlight. It's not going to be overly pigmented, but hopefully the camera should pick up the kind of bronzy colour that it does give you. And then also, I don't know if you can see, but because it is like a gloss, like a glossy balm, hopefully you can see it is giving me some colour. It kind of acts as like a highlighter as well. But this is like really, really good to use if you kind of struggle with dry skin. You kind of want to get that dewy kind of fresh face look, and you're not kind of sure what to use. This is just a great product to kind of recreate that look. And I think it'll be perfect for spring and summer. So I'm basically just going to take a brush and just kind of dab it onto my cheeks. I don't want to put too much because I don't want my skin to look greasy, because the girl's skin did not look greasy at all. It just looked really fresh and dewy. So I'm just going to kind of add this to the tops of my cheekbones. And then once I've kind of done that, I'm just going to take the powder from the Master Sculpt, which is a highlighter. I'm just going to pop this onto like here and on my nose, because I don't want my skin to look too kind of greasy. Now we're going to move on to eyes, my favourite part. So I'm going to be taking inspiration mainly from the Felder show, because the makeup artist Attica used the nude palette. I've been meaning to get this for so long. It's very much kind of like neutral, a bit of shimmer, a bit of matte, so it's like my dream palette. And she used this shade here, which is like a bronzy kind of gold colour, and then she also used some of the browns through the crease and underneath as well. I'm going to use these as a kind of recreation, and I'm also going to use, if I can find it, some kind of goldy products. So this is the Colour 24-Hour Tattoo, and this is the Glitter Master Ink. I'm going to be using these as well as a little bit of a nod to the Marcus Lufa show, which was a gold glittery eye look. So what I'm going to do first of all, actually, I'm going to pop this colour, which is 24K gold. It looks like this. I'm going to pop this all over my eyelid to give me like a really nice gold base, and because it is a cream, it should act as a bit of kind of a glue for the rest of the eyeshadow. So once that's all on, I'm going to take this bronzy colour here. I'm going to pop this over most of the lid. And then I'm going to take some of the dark brown shade, which is just kind of underneath it. I'm going to take this through the crease, and then I'm going to blend the two of them together. I'm going to take some of the highlighter to just kind of put along here, where I've kind of gone a bit too far up. So I'm pretty happy with the lid colour. It looks very kind of bronzy and glowy, which was the look I wanted to go for. I might just pop a little bit of this gold shade just in the inner corner though. Like that. Next we are going to move on to some eyeliner. This is the Master Drama, and this was used in the waterline for the girls. I'm going to use it across my upper lash line and just on the waterline, up like tight line in my eye, to just kind of make my lashes look a bit more fuller and definition. And then I'm going to use some of the glitter liquid liner just over the top to add a bit of glitz. I noticed that the girls' looks were never really like overly neat, like they weren't supposed to be neat. They were meant to kind of look like they'd just come back from a night out, so they looked a little bit disheveled, or they were kind of a little bit grungy, or they'd been out in the wild. That's the kind of look. So you can kind of have an excuse to make it a little bit messy, but obviously it's completely up to you. So then I'm going to take some of these kind of matte brown and the bronze. I'm just going to take this underneath my eye as well. So I'm going to take some of this glitter liquid liner, which is the Master Ink, and it's kind of got, it's like black with gold particles, and I'm literally just going to go above where I've just like above the lash line, and this is just going to add a bit more glitter. and a slightly different look. And hopefully you'll be able to see that. But it's just added like a bit of glitter along my lash line, which I think looks really cool, but also really subtle at the same time. I'm going to curl my eyelashes and then we're going to put on some mascara. So all of the mascara, the same mascara was used at all the shows I saw, and that was the Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Drama. I think, again, this is quite a new mascara. So now we're going to move on to brows, and all of the girls had really natural looking brows, so that's why I've not kind of had mine threaded. For this tutorial I thought we'd keep them quite messy and natural, and I'm shade here and mix it with a little bit of this ashy kind of brown grey, and I'm just going to very lightly fill in my brows. And then finally, to finish, before we're all done, I'm just going to put some of the same bar. I'm just going to give it a quick wipe again, because I've obviously been putting it on my cheeks. And I'm going to pop this on my lips for just a really glossy kind of nude bronzy colour. This is actually so pretty on your lips. I really like it as a lip colour. So there we have it. There is the finished look, inspired by some of the shows that I saw at London Fashion Week. I was so excited to obviously be backstage. It was like one of those kind of once in a lifetime things, and it was such a dream to work with one of my favourite brands. And I really hope that you enjoyed my blog post, and hopefully like the Snapchats and stuff that I did whilst I was there. And I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's been really fun to recreate a look from the catwalk, and also I'm really impressed that I've managed to recreate this really nice smoky eye look, literally using products all from Maybelline and all from the drugstore. And yeah, I'm really happy with this look. I think it's something that I would wear a lot. It's very kind of me, and I think it's really wearable, but you can also kind of see the inspirations from like the two shows that I really kind of loved whilst I was there. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing another tutorial of Maybelline this week, so keep your eyes peeled. All I'm going to say is if you like Victoria's Secret Angels and you like drugstore makeup, you need to keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, that is everything. Really hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you very soon in my next video. Thanks for watching.